looks like they caught out Vivian as well. So not the start that ID is looking for.
Yeah, but Vivian still had the flickers, so maybe she had a choice of using that battle spell to get away, but she decided to just give out the first blood. It's just maybe around 200 or a 300 gold advantage. We can still do something, which is completely different to a flicker being lost. But as I say that, that's going to be another kill going to the side of the Philippines. 2 quick kills before the turtle starts.
Yeah, that can be the risk going for a composition like this. You have a lot of burst, but if the enemy team is positioning themselves safely and has more clean rotations, they can actually catch you out because you're attempting to play a bit more independently on the map. For now, though, they're gonna go ahead and contest Turtle. Cine in trouble.
Oh, wow.
El Puerto already with a killing spree. 3 kills to the Suyo in 2 minutes, and a free Turtle for the Philippines.
Great positioning coming in from Amores there, already having 3 assists to the total kills of the Philippines so far. He placed himself right in between of that river bush and the turtle, just so she would be the first one to see the engagement coming in from Indonesia. But on the other hand, El Puerto here completely cornered, and she won't be able to do anything here. Vivero a little too late on that one. So Indonesia, they were able to shut down the Suyu here, and that could, potentially bring them back in this game.
Yeah, that shutdown is really important. The Suyo with 3 kills this early is huge. Looks like Amores was able to steal away that purple buff as well. And here comes Vival to get the gank onto Perez up top. A 4-man dive in the top lane.
They were just really looking for a good counter engage here, and that has helped Indonesia so much to get back so quickly in this game, because from what we've seen, right, Perez really didn't have enough breathing room for him to work, or for her to work on what could possibly be a scenario here for them. But the only problem for them as of the moment is that Perez is a little delayed in scaling now compared to Shell. Shell already has that level 5, and she also has that assist that could potentially help her to propel even in this game.
Oh, Vival coming down for another gank onto Diagon. Vengeance popped, able to jump away in time, so Indonesia does not get that, but they're able to find Perez up top with a gank from Cine. Cine gonna get punished a little bit as Vivero and El Puerto are here. Vivian able to Shunpo away from the Eternal Guard, picks up the Cyclone Eye, should be able to get out with the tiniest bit of HP.
Wow, she almost went out with that one, but he still got it to go. Oh my goodness, just knowing. It was just too much, man. It was just too much. I was beyond impressed with that one, as the Philippines gets the 2 kills apiece, and they were able to also secure that turtle. But in exchange, Vival, this is what you like about Indonesia, right? They're not just giving a single objective without getting anything in return. The only problem is, even with that retribution, it was Vivero still getting it anyway.
And Cine finding Vivero in the jungle now, setting things up for Shell as well. Indonesia still playing highly aggressive. Puerto has to dash back, not even able to access his orange buff. As we can see, Indonesia are willingly giving away neutral objectives in order to secure more farm from the rest of the map, even stealing it away from the Philippines.
Not only that, Staffa, but they are already at advantage of the neutral objectives, or should I say the turrets already, right? And when you take a look at it, it's already around 2.8k only for Perez, only getting that corrosion sight. Meanwhile, he's already 1k gold lead behind compared to Shell, who already has 3 assists. So even though she hasn't gotten a kill yet, those assists have really been crucial towards her building up towards the momentum that she needs. Although Vivero again,
could be in some trouble. Way the Dragon though misses, wrong direction from Vivian, and now being cut off by the Avatar the Guardian. He's not going to be able to escape from 4 members of the Philippines. So a bit of a punish here, good positioning and escape to make sure that Vivian was caught instead.
Just safely securing a kill, utilizing that Avatar of the Guardian to stay in behind of the pathway that, Vivian was trying to go for. She's kind of like struggling to get the vision off now, just because with one Amores skill or taunt or terrify, then that could potentially bring her down. But Chinny's gonna be able to escape that one. And all of a sudden, the Philippines again back into the driver's seat. The only problem is that they haven't found a turret to be taken down just yet. And that is where Indonesia is shining.
Indonesia have been able to play very aggressive and find a little bit of macro on the map with their lineup, but the Philippines are actually still farming very well. They're actually slightly ahead in gold, so Indonesia now trying to put a stop to that. Amora is already caught out. Avatar the Guardian to try and delay Purify use, but not going to be able to save the Vexana, and now Vivero caught out between 4 members of Indonesia. Diagon a bit too late to join the party as Zamanfor secures it, but he jumps back in. Vengeance use on top of Shell. Shell picks up the turtle, and a knock-up on Diagon makes sure he can no longer chase. They lose Vivian for it, but it's still a huge trade for Indonesia.
Good kills coming in from Indonesia as well. Basically just, staying alive and getting 2 quick turns by getting both Amores and Vivero as of that moment. However, Diagon, on the other hand, utilized that CC to land on most of the skills that she has. The DPS has been massive coming in from the CC. And with that 1 kill to be brought around, she was able to turn things into their favor once again, just because of the fact that while all of those were happening, Perez was getting something right on the top side, whereas it is a slight advantage now, and then Vivian all of a sudden could not be able to escape. What a waste of that flicker. She was trying to make a play, but it didn't happen for Indonesia.
That was overly desperate from Vivian. The moment that Diagon had positioned himself in the bush against the wall, Vivian needed to just give up the chase. That flicker would not have found the right direction, and now Vivero comes in, gets the taunt on Cine. Spear of Destruction actually connects, but Cine's able to get away with the Ocean Oddity. Perez gonna jump in as well. No kills down in bot lane.
Alright, it's been a stalemate, a back and forth from both of these teams, only separated by around 300 to 400 gold, and we haven't seen like a completely massive team fight that would determine on whether or not things are gonna go to either one's favor. But it's at least around 1 to 2 heroes down, maybe 2 to 3, but still, it really is a matter of point on where the neutral objectives are gonna be like, and a solo kill is gonna happen upstairs as Vival is gonna get a kill towards Al Puerto, and now Indonesia's on the go zone.
Yeah, really good information scouting. The rest of Indonesia noting that most of the Filipino team is in the bottom half of the map and saying okay to Vival that Al Puerto is by himself. Vivero now being caught out by Fumi. He is still delaying their entrance. Shell gonna drop the Zaman Force right in the funnel to allow Vival to continue on the Lord. Avatar Guardian dodged by Shell, lands on Fumi, but Vivero taking a lot of damage, has to dash back out. In the meantime, Cine and Vivian gonna be double teaming Perez in bottom lane, picking up the Moskov, and the Hilda is already gone as well. The Lord gonna be secured by Vival, and the rest of Indonesia now going to be looking to make their grand escape. Philippines a bit too scattered to chase them down.
Yeah, they were trying to gamble on the fact that Al Puerto is going to have enough more time for her to get to that Lord Pit. The only problem was that Perez was already down. Indonesia had a really good notion or had a really good idea of putting the pressure towards Perez so that the main damage dealer of the Philippines will not be there right before the fight even starts. And as of this moment, they're going to try to do it again.
Yeah, they found Amores and Al Puerto, and despite the Purify not going to be able to get away from the rough wave, Shell now very deep, but still continues the fight with Fumi taking up the front, going to be zoning Diagon and Al Puerto off of their own orange buff while the Lord is pushing up top lane.
At least Perez is already there. However, Indonesia has really been trying to dominate the set pieces of this map. Vivian looking for someone to kick all the way back to her teammates, but as of the moment, it's Vival who's actually right here already. She's looking for a way to bring Perez down as well. Slowly, we are now starting to see a significant advantage that is brought about by Indonesia in this game, just really playing good and patient MLBB, because again, there is the Yakon just a tad too early in terms of that escape, but she caught every single brunt of the damage output. That's gonna be it once again, my goodness.
in the back line, and that's gonna be a mega kill straight away as Indonesia completely disintegrate the Philippines.
Oh, wow.
Not giving them a chance. A beautiful flank coming in from Cine, showing us that the Kadita is still a viable option.
Oh wow, what an incredible initiation coming in from Cine. She literally went all the way out of nowhere, and this is the advantage of just having a pretty agile roam and a pretty agile mid laner as well. You'll never know when they're coming, and as of that moment, Cine just capitalizing on the fact that most of the Filipino players have already utilized their skills, and there really isn't a lot left. And when you think about it, at least all of them still had purifies before the start of the fight. The only problem was that one of them weren't able to escape. So it was an advantage for Indonesia, and that's something that could potentially be a threat moving forward.
You can see Indonesia doing a great job of utilizing every single tool in their composition, the zoning to make sure they're able to safely take objectives, and the patience to wait for the Philippines to misposition themselves so that they can go for huge engages. The Filipino team has not been able to safely claim even their half of the map the entire game.
Just not having a lot of openings here, and that could add salt to the wound, even as Indonesia is now going to go for it. Salmon Force is going to be utilized already, but Vivero is going to be right there using the Avatar of the Guardian to be able to escape it. She will be able to. The only problem is that the Lord is already in the hands of Indonesia, and they can't secure any more objectives as we speak. 4 are safe from the Philippines, but Indonesia is going to be adding +1 to their party.
Things are looking up. Now a 6k gold lead in favor of Indonesia at the 13-minute mark. Only inhibitors left standing for PH. El Puerto just finished their BOD, but it is Perez that we need to keep an eye on. This Moskov, meant to be the late game insurance for PH, are getting caught by Cine at every turn.
Unless she has the Trinity speed build here, I don't think they will be able to defend unless that is already in, because like it's already 13 minutes in this game. Maybe they could do something about it, but Indonesia is knocking on their door as we speak.
Avatar the Guardian comes in, knocks up one, and the CC chain on Fumi Echo not allowing her to even move. Indonesia not going to be able to get any more advantage from this as the Lord is taken out, but they did get 2 inhibs from that push.
Valiant effort coming in from the Philippines. At least they were able to, take down one player from Indonesia, but Indonesia just really working on what they're supposed to do. Vivero now is going to be caught using that thought, also using that revitalize as well. On the other hand, that's going to be another kill to Diagon. El Puerto and Vivero are down only for the price of Fumi Echo, and now it's just Perez and Amores, the damage dealers. What will they be able to do? And they might just go ahead and end this depending on how things are going to go, but they don't have any minions just yet. Base is cut to half, but the waves are from the middle and the bot lane.
Indonesia looking to put the final nail in the coffin right now for the Filipino team. Amores and Perez trying to do their best, but just blown up in an instant. Legendary streak for Vival as Indonesia will go ahead and take the game from the Philippines.
Victory!
Now that is what we would call